Welcome. Sorry I didn't have a video last week, but I was in the hospital. Here's the brace. I can show you one of the incisions, at least that. My DVR didn't record Raw, so I wasn't able to watch it later. The only thing I really remember from it in the hospital was Charlotte coming out and telling her daddy to go bye-bye. So that's all I can remember from that. I was kind of in and out of it anyways. But we're back with this week's. Sorry it's a little late. My camera that I'm using right now, it didn't want to work right, so I had to charge it for an extra day. Otherwise, I would have had it up I would have had it probably up Tuesday instead of today. But with all that behind us, let's get started. It was Memorial Day one, so all the superstars were out there, and they did the 10 bell salute or whatever for the fallen soldiers, so that was pretty cool. And then after that, they did Ronald Reagan's speech from, I believe it was 82, and it was kind of cool because they had different superstars doing parts of the speech mixed in with Reagan, so it was kind of cool. At least I thought it was. And then we get to start the show. It starts out with Shane coming out, and then as he gets in the ring and about to say something, then Stephanie's music hits. And then they talk about how on July 19th, SmackDown will be going live on Tuesdays. So then they'll make 5 hours of live wrestling that you're going to have every week. And then they talk about John Cena's return. Whoop-de-doo. And then New Day comes out. And they're going back and forth. They want to know what brand they're going to be on because of the brand extension that's going to be happening. So they're like, "Oh, you're not going to break up the New Day, are you?" And then Stephanie, they kept asking Stephanie, "So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's happening?" "Oh, you're dodging the question. You're dodging the question." And they're telling her, "Oh, you can't break up the New Day. No, people want the New Day." So that was kind of cool. And then they did, they proposed a challenge for Shane and Stephanie to do a dance challenge. Shane went first, so it wasn't great, but it was kind of funny. And Steph comes out, "Well, I'm going to show you some real dancing." And then we get the Vaudevillains music that hits. So it's like, man, at least we could have had a good segment, but whatever. I think it would have been better to have the Vaudevillains come out after it, but maybe, I don't know, we'll see, I guess. Then we get the Vaudevillains New Day match. Kofi and Big E are the ones that are wrestling in the match against the Vaudevillains. It was mostly Vaudevillains for up until the first break. And then Big E got a tag. He was doing really good, taking out the Vaudevillains and everything. And then Anderson and Gallows come out and attack the New Day. And disqualification in the match because Kofi was out there and they attacked him too, so the match got a DQ. And then they get in the ring and give Big E the Magic Killer, so I thought that was kind of cool. He's a big guy and they just picked him up like it was nothing. Then after they came back from the commercial break, Anderson and Gallows were in the back saying how they're putting everyone on notice, how they're here. And they're talking about how they're going one way while AJ's going another. And that's pretty much what they just had to say there. And then they had a clip of Sheamus attacking Apollo Crews from, I believe, last week, I think it was. And then Big Show's in the back talking with Apollo Crews, saying how he likes the guy. It's just, and Sheamus is a bully, and he wants to know, is Apollo Crews going to run, or is he going to stand up for himself? So that was kind of cool. And then Golden Truth was coming out. I guess they were going to be on commentary. And then we got the Warcraft movie with Kane videos in between. Kane talking about the movie or hyping the movie, or I didn't quite understand what the Kane part was for that, but what am I just give my comments. Then, after their commercial break, the Usos and Tyler Breeze and Fandango, I guess they're going to be called Breezango. I have no idea why. It's retarded. But it's WWE, so who knows. This was a very quick match. Usos got a win. And Fandango and Tyler Breeze got upset. They felt that it was R-Truth and Goldust's fault that they lost, which they had nothing to do. They were just sitting there on the mics. So that was kind of stupid, but it was pretty cool. R-Truth got a hold of, I believe it was Tyler Breeze. He went to he did like a spinning twirl and then threw him right into Goldust. And Goldust did power slam to him right on the mat. So I thought that was pretty cool. Way to end that. And then we got a clip of Seth taking out Roman at what happened at Money in the Bank. Then we have Roman that comes out with lots of booze again. And again, he does his stick. Good guy, bad guy, I'm the guy. Nobody cares, Roman. And hopefully, after Seth Rollins takes the title back, everybody will be happy. He calls out Seth. Seth starts coming. To me, it was kind of funny, but it kind of reminded me of a few years back when Jericho came in and didn't say nothing on the mic and just left. But he'd start to come to the ring and he'd turn back and walk away. He did that 3-4 times, I believe. And then finally Roman's music hits at the end. After a few times of doing that, then the crowd started chanting Justin Bieber again, so it got kind of funny. And then Seth started walking to the back. And then Roman's music is going. He comes running again and gets to the ring and stops. It's like, come on. They're just it's like, this close to teasing. Not really, they are teasing, you know what I mean? It's like, come on, just a little bit more, please. And then we got a preview of 2K17. You can play as Goldberg. If anyone saw the tweet, it had just kind of a picture of like the woods and stuff and like a door being open. So that's what that tweet was about. Then I keep seeing previews for The Rock's movie, Central Intelligence, and it keeps looking funnier and funnier. I mean, I think I like The Rock in comic movies better than I do the action films, but that's just me. I mean, he's just such a well-rounded actor that he can do almost anything, so good luck for the movie, for The Rock and Kevin Hart. Then we come back. We got Lana in the ring. She does a little bit of the Russian and then announces Rusev as like the savior of the U.S. because he's the U.S. champion. Zack Ryder comes out for the match and Rusev just dominated him. I hate seeing Zack Ryder getting buried. I mean, they have him go like straight up and then straight back down. It's like, come on. At least have him level out for a while at the top. I mean, don't just give him a spike and here, kick you to the curb. And then after the match, Rusev's like, oh, I'm the real American hero. And then Titus O'Neil comes out with gets USA chance, so that was kind of cool. Called Rusev a Bulgarian blowhard, and then punches him in the face. So I thought that was cool. Then they show clips of last week where Charlotte kicked Daddy Rick to the curb. And then they had superstars talking about it. And then they show a clip of earlier in the day where Stephanie gets in Charlotte's face and told her off for what she did and basically called her a coward. It's like, you have no respect and everything, so. Then we get Enzo and Cass. They came out. It's kind of cool. They were doing, since they were in Green Bay, they're naming off cheeses, all kinds of different cheeses, and how you doing? So, American, how you doing? Gouda, how you doing? Stuff like that. I mean, it was kind of cool. But, I mean, I don't know if Enzo's writing this stuff, but whoever is writing the stuff for Enzo, good job, because he is awesome on the mic. He has been one of the... something that they have not had in a while is someone that is good on the mic. Bring to mind Roman, who sucks. Then the Dudleys came out for their match. The Dudleys started beating on Enzo. Bubba tried to go to the top rope. Ended up getting caught. And Enzo and Cass get the win. So I guess they're kind of starting to do the Dudleys where, oh, we're going to go up to the top rope. Kind of like Ric Flair where he never goes up to the top rope because he always gets caught. So I guess they're starting to do that with the Dudleys now. So who knows. Then we have Sammy, Cesaro, and Ambrose talking about their opponents tonight in the sixth man, which is Kevin Owens, Jericho, and Del Rio, which are also the other three people that are in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So guess we'll see how that goes. Well, and then we get the wonderful or dreaded, after 5 months, John Cena returns. Yay! He did do a nice patriotic speech and got some USA chants. He's talked about how since he's left, all basically this new era's come in. They did from the original Independence Day, how he will not go quietly into the night, and the future must go through him. And then AJ Styles comes out, and for like 2 minutes they had "Let's Go Cena," AJ Styles chants, so that was kind of cool. And then even AJ mouthed it. He's like, "This is awesome." I mean, you could read it on his lips. It's like, this is awesome. AJ talked about how I got this. AJ talked about Cena's. Oh, the hard work. He talked about Cena's hard work and welcomed him back. He wanted to be the first one to welcome him back. And then we get Anderson and Gallows. They come out, call AJ a suck up to Cena. They're not here to kiss ass like AJ. They're here to kick it. And that includes AJ's if they have to. And then AJ takes his shirt off. Cena takes his hat off, throws it in the crowd. Takes his shirt off, throws that into the crowd. Turns around, AJ just cold cocks him. I thought it was freaking awesome. And then Anderson and Gallows get in, so the three of them are just beating the holy hell out of Cena, and I was loving every minute of it. And it looks like the club's back, so they're supposed to break up. I guess it wasn't really a breakup after all. It was just kind of a ruse to make people think that. And AJ left the ring. He'd come back, beat on Cena some more. He did that 3 times. I mean, that was probably one of the best segments that I've seen of the night, was AJ beating the holy hell out of Cena. So I can't wait to see that match. That is going to be off the hook. And then AJ, as he was walking up the ramp, he's like, I'm doing the world a favor. It was, I mean, that was my best, that was the best thing of the night. We have Natalya taking on Dana Brooks with Charlotte at ringside. Again, this was a quick match. Dana got the win with help from Charlotte. Then Charlotte and Dana were attacking Natalya. Becky Lynch comes out and Charlotte and Dana go running off into the crowd. We got Ziggler backstage. They show the conclusion of Extreme Rules, where Baron Corbin got the low blow for the win. And then he kind of did like the Chris Jericho thing where he was naming off all his moves. And I know he did armbar like 3 times. He only named off like 5 moves, and 3 of them he did like armbar, so it was kind of weird, but kind of nostalgic too. So then we come out, we got Baron Corbin and Ziggler in what's supposed to be a technical match. So it's kind of funny. Ziggler puts on the headgear, puts in a mouthpiece, starts going around, and then just low blows Baron Corbin. And that's how the match ended. And then we get Maurice. They're from supposedly a penthouse where the Miz is preparing for the Marine 5. I didn't even know they had 5 of those movies. I watched the first one with Cena and the guy that played the Terminator. That's the only one I watched. I think the second one had Randy Orton in it. And the rest have had The Miz. So I think I tried watching, it was either 3 or 4, and it was horrible. I mean, they hit gold the first time. They should have left it alone. Maybe made a second one. That would have been it. Not just keep dragging it out and dragging it out and dragging it out. But I don't know. Maybe people like them. I'm not a big fan of it anymore. Like I said, I watched the first one, and I even had the first one on DVD, so I like the first one. Then we get Jericho, Kevin Owens, and Del Rio. Kind of the same thing with Ambrose and them talking about the match and stuff. Then we get the start of the 6-man with Ambrose, Cesaro, and Sammy coming out first. And Del Rio, Kevin Owens, and Jericho coming out. Del Rio and Cesaro start the match. Cesaro Cesaro taking out everyone with big elbows and stuff like that. I mean, so that was kind of cool. Then Jericho gets in, starts beating on Cesaro. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. Ooh, that hurt. And then the crowd's chanting "stupid idiot" for Jericho. Del Rio gets back in. Chants "We want thumbtacks." I guess the kind of with Ambrose and Jericho from Extreme Rules. Sammy gets tagged in. He goes for the haluva kick on Del Rio, but Kevin Owens is outside and pulls Del Rio out, and then they're arguing outside. And then Jericho gets in the ring. He ends up getting tossed in between the two of them. And then Sammy goes over the top rope and takes out the three of them. And then they go to commercial break. We come back with Del Rio, Kevin Owens, and Jericho beating up on Sammy. Ambrose finally gets tagged in. He does good. Jericho hits a code breaker on him. And then Kevin Owens tags himself in. Goes for the pin. Didn't get it. And then Kevin Owens and Jericho are arguing. He's like, "Oh, what'd you do that for? I had to win." Blah, blah, blah. Then Cesaro comes in. Knocks Kevin Owens out of the ring. Does a Cesaro swing on Jericho. Del Rio stops it. Sammy gets the haluva kick on Del Rio. Kevin Owens with the super kick on Sammy. Then Ambrose gets dirty deeds on Kevin Owens for the win. And that's how it ended. I mean, the last, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes maybe of the match was probably the best. So, it went quick. I had to rewind it a few times on DVR just to, like, oh my god, this is all going on. Well, hope you guys liked it. Give me a like, subscribe for more. See you down the road.